a rare convergence is taking shape between Washington and Paris. U.S. Vice President JD Vance and French President Emmanuel Macron have both publicly turned up the pressure on Benjamin Netanyahu, warning that Israel's actions risk undermining a fragile regional peace process. Macron delivered a blistering assessment of the Israeli Prime Minister. The French leader said Netanyahu must show responsibility and rationality, and argued that Israeli policies in Gaza, the West Bank, and southern Lebanon are fueling resentment and violence across the region.
Regarding Lebanon, I would say Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, needs to demonstrate a sense of responsibility and rationality. Generally speaking, I think that Prime Minister Netanyahu currently lacks a coherent policy. He has achieved real security results. He has defended his country against existing threats. I disagreed with him, and very early, on what he did in Gaza, because I believe he not only fought a terrorist group, and that was legitimate after the attack of October 7, 2023, but that he unjustifiably targeted civilian populations. However, the policies that continue to be pursued in Gaza, the policies in the West Bank with new settlements and actions that are unacceptable, and the policies in southern Lebanon are, in the long run, contrary to Israel's interests, because they fuel resentment and violence among all the populations of the region.
Vance echoed similar concerns from the White House. While reaffirming Israel's right to self-defense, he said strikes that kill civilians in Lebanon threaten diplomatic progress and risk jeopardizing the newly signed U.S. Iran agreement.
Now, I saw the Axios report, that Netanyahu is fuming. That's not reflective of the conversations that I've had with him, but maybe he's saying something to somebody else that he's not saying to me. What I will say, and this does bother me, is that you've seen people within Bibi's cabinet who have come out and attacked the deal, and in some ways very personally attacked the President of the United States. And I guess my message to them would be twofold. Number one, Donald J. Trump is the only head of state in the entire world who is sympathetic to the nation of Israel at this moment in time. And he happens to be the head of state of the world's superpower. If I was in the cabinet of the Israeli government, I might not be attacking the only powerful ally that I have anywhere left in the entire world.
The sharpest remarks were reserved for Israeli ministers attacking Trump's Iran deal. Vance said they should wake up and smell reality, warning that the United States remains Israel's most powerful ally. He also pointedly noted that much of Israel's recent defensive capability was built by American hands and funded by American taxpayers.
The problem for Israel is not Donald J. Trump. And anybody in Israel who thinks their biggest problem is the President of the United States needs to wake up and smell the reality of the situation that country is in.
The message from Vance and Macron is now unmistakable. Both leaders are urging Israel to avoid escalation and protect a broader diplomatic breakthrough in the Middle East. For Netanyahu, the significance is clear. Criticism is no longer coming only from rivals, but increasingly from key Western partners.